What's up, NEC? Welcome to Chapter 1 of Proverbs. I want to jump right in today, and I want to tell you why I'm excited about going through Proverbs. You see, all of us have goals and dreams in life of the kind of husband we want to be, the kind of wife we want to be, the parent, the friend, the employee, the type of person that we want to be known for. But the reality is, at the end of our life, we are the sum of all of our decisions. And so what I mean by that is every decision we make when it comes to big decisions like school or work or marriage, or even small decisions like how do we treat people? How do we respond when someone hurts us? How do we communicate with our spouse? How do we work? How do we invest in other people? All of those decisions determine the type of person and the type of legacy that we will leave. And I'm excited about jumping into Proverbs because Proverbs is a roadmap for all of that. Let me explain it this way. You know, my wife and I moved to Columbia 2 years ago, actually. And when we got here, I had no idea how to get around. See, we moved from Anderson, South Carolina, and in Anderson, everything's on two roads. It's either on Road A or Road B, and there's not much in between. But obviously in Columbia, things are a little bit different. You know, you got a million ways to get downtown. You got a million ways to go to Forest Acres or West Columbia or Lexington or the Northeast. And then you got this little thing called traffic. And I can't tell you how many times I wanted to run somebody over on Hardscrabble or on 277, but something saved me, Google Maps. So I pull up Google Maps, and for the first 6 months, I didn't get around unless I was using Google Maps because I had no idea where I was going. And so I say all that because Proverbs is kind of like a Google Maps for life. It helps us make decisions. And so if our decisions determine who we are, we need some help making those decisions. And so as we jump into chapter 1, verse 7, it says right here that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So as we start this journey, as we start to examine our decisions and the different paths that life offers us, this is our starting point. Will you commit to that? So for the next 30 to 31 days, will you commit to starting right here with fear of the Lord? Now, let me quickly explain what that means. That does not mean that you're afraid of God, that he could hurt you, but that means that you submit to God because you understand that he's smarter than us, he's wiser than us, he knows more than us, and his ways are the right ways. That's what that means. And so over the next month, as we dive into Proverbs and we examine the paths of life and the decisions that we all have to make, our starting point will be right here in chapter 1, verse 7. God, what do you want me to do? So will you ask that question throughout this month? I promise you, if you ask that question, God, what is your way? Help me to make this decision in a way that honors you. I promise you, if you start there, your life will look drastically different over this next month and the months to come. And so that's all I got for chapter 1. I'll see you in a couple days as we jump into chapter 3. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I'll talk to you on Friday.